It is almost Black Friday and we have some amazing deals for Prebuilt PCs, so if you're looking for a gaming PC and you don't want to build one yourself, this video is going to be definitely for you. I will explain everything as simple as possible and I will show you a gaming system for every budget. That way everyone gets a system, and even if you are a beginner to PCs, I will tell you what you can expect out of these systems and at which resolution. The links to all of these PCs will be down below in the video description. With that being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the cheapest one on the list in the Pictus 15L. This one is $400 right now and it's a solid 1080p system if you want to get started. It has the Ryzen 5 5600G alongside the RX 6400. Now, this is not going to be the best 1080p computer, so if you want to achieve really high FPS, I would highly recommend you the next one, or you can go to customize and buy and then change the graphics card to the RTX 3050. If you make this upgrade, the total price will be around $500, which is still an amazing price, and you will be getting really good 1080p performance, 60 plus FPS on average in almost every single game. And if you are playing games like Fortnite or Valorant, you will be able to achieve 100 plus FPS. So if you want a 144Hz monitor and you do not want to spend anything more than $500, this PC is going to be great if you make the upgrade. However, if you just have $400 and you do not want to make the upgrade, it's totally fine. You will be getting a 1080p nice experience for starters. Moving on to the next one, we have the Skytech Nebula from Amazon. This one is $850 and I know price difference is big compared to the last one, but if you have around $700 to spend, I do recommend you upgrading the last one, and don't worry, in the video description I will give you the recommended upgrades for the best gaming performance possible for different prices. If you have around $850, this one is the best one by far. You get the i5 13400F alongside the RTX 4060. You have no limits when it comes to 1080p gaming, and those esports titles I've mentioned before, you will be able to achieve 240 plus FPS on average at 1080p. So if you want a high refresh rate 240Hz monitor, this one is an amazing choice. The RTX 4060 on a 15 average at 1080p on high to ultra settings, on high demanding titles as well, was able to average 91 FPS, and on that same test at 1440p it was able to achieve 60 plus FPS on average. So you can also play 1440p with no issues depending on the game and the settings. With the next one, we have another 15L, but this one is just under $1,000, and the reason why I think this one is such an amazing choice for under $1,000 is because of the CPU. You get the i7 13700, which is one of the best CPUs on the market. To be able to get this i7 on a gaming computer that's under $1,000 is amazing, honestly, especially if you play high demanding CPU titles or esports titles. If you play high demanding GPU games, then get the last one because it has the RTX 4060, it's slightly faster than this one and it's also cheaper. However, play high CPU demanding games, you will be achieving higher FPS with this one, especially at 1080p resolution. So if you are a Fortnite player, for example, this one is going to be the better option for you, and it's such a good value in my opinion. However, the best value system is the next one, the Nebula from the Skytech website. This one has the i5 12400F alongside the RTX 4070. The RTX 4070 is a beast of a 1440p resolution GPU, so you will have no limits when it comes to 1440p gaming. On that same test I've mentioned before, that 15 game average on high to ultra settings, the 4070 at 1440p was able to average 100 FPS, which is a really high number considering we are talking about higher resolutions and high demanding titles. And of course, if you want to play at 1080p, you will be achieving higher frame rates. On that same test, the 4070 was able to average 143 FPS 1080p resolution. However, the CPU, the i5 12400F, is great, but if you want a better pair for a GPU like this, I recommend you the Siege 4. It's from Skytech as well, and it's like an upgraded version from the Nebula. This one has the RX 7800 XT, which has about the same level of performance as the RTX 4070, but then you get the Ryzen 7 7700X, which is a much better CPU than the i5 12400F. So if you want a CPU that has a lower percentage of bottleneck, this one for $1,500 is an amazing choice, and you will be getting a system that's better for gaming performance when it comes to CPU demanding titles at 1080p and 1440p. By the way, the RX 7800 XT has more VRAM, so you can also use this system for 4K resolution if you want to. And if you want a 1440p maxed out experience, I recommend you the Omen 40L. I'm actually recording this video with the 40L and I will make a review about it soon, but this one has the i7 13700K which as I said before is one of the best CPUs on the market. And then we have the RTX 4070 Ti for the GPU, which is one of the best GPUs for 1440p resolution. So if you want a 1440p maxed out experience, this one is the one to buy. Highly recommend you buying this system if that's the case. And I do have the 4070 Ti benchmarks on my channel. You will have that video in the top right of the screen. But basically on that same test I've been mentioning throughout this video, the 4070 Ti on that 15 game average at 1440p is reaching 127 plus FPS, which is amazing performance. And then at 1080p, the 4070 is able to average 171 FPS. This one is on a $650 discount, so you end up paying $1,900 bucks. And yes, it's expensive, but if you want the best PC for under $2,000, in my opinion, you should get this one. And as I said before, I will be making a review about it soon. Trust me, it's an amazing system for the price. Then if you want a PC for 4K resolution, I recommend you the Azure 2. This one has the i7 13700K with the RTX 4080. The RTX 4080 is a 4K GPU, and then you have 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, an 850 watt power supply, and a 1TB Gen 4 SSD. Now for about $2,500, you are getting an amazing 4K system, considering the RTX 4080 was able to average over 90 FPS on a 15 game average at 4K. And remember, we are talking about high demanding titles. So if you want a maxed out experience at 4K, but you don't want to spend anything over 3,000 bucks, this one is the perfect system for you. And then if you have a bit of extra money, for $2,900 after applying the $200 coupon on Amazon, you can get the Azure PC, the same system with the 4080, but you get the Ryzen 9 7900X3D. It's a faster CPU. So as I said before, if you play high CPU demanding titles or high CPU demanding simulators in particular, then this one is going to be a better option. If you play high GPU demanding games, then the last one from the Skytech website is going to be a better option since you save money and the performance is almost the same. And then if you want the best of the best, for $3,300 on a $700 discount right now, we have the Omen 45L. This one has the i9 13900K and the RTX 4090, which is the fastest GPU on the market. I don't think most people need the RTX 4090 because it's really good, and you don't actually need this level of performance unless you play really high demanding titles on ultra settings at 4K. But if you want the best of the best, I will get this one for $3,300. Really expensive, but you will be getting the best performance that you can for gaming at 4K. If you have more money, then you will have more systems down below in the video description. And the main difference between this one and more expensive systems is the RAM and the storage. So if you're a content creator, maybe it makes sense to upgrade from this one. But if you're just a gamer, this one is actually the limit in my opinion, and it's going to deliver the best performance possible at 4K. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comment section. I do not think that Black Friday will have much better deals than this, so if you want to buy a system, you can buy it right now. I will be making more videos about Black Friday soon if we get better deals, but I think these ones are already amazing deals. So if you want a system, I would recommend buying now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support.